Yards up to the 27-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Being chased out left. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And it's up and good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They're going to look to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a solid run down inside the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now, that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And bulldozing his way through. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a gain of 16 and give them a first down as well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Their mobile quarterback, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now Jackson on second down. Steps away to his left. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
A first down carry for Barkley. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To Barkley on the check down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you.
Touchdown, L.A. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball out of the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you. Keep it to short.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play here for Dallas. 59 yards. They'll run it with Kamara. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
Here we go now. 319. 319. Gun.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Marquise Goodwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sims. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Now Jackson on first down, forced out to his left. Got him in, it's Brashad Perriman. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to take the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. 319. 319.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson being chased out left. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. But they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving.
Watching now, Barney. Watching now, Barney.
They'll try to run forward with Barkley. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
And they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Jalen Smith, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. He's going to field this at the 4. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
On second down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Jackson flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on third down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
Detroit!
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. Teddy Bridgewater leading the way offensively. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Ebron caught left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Leopard.
Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Steps away to his left. He may try and run for it, and it's a fumble. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Chargers will get the... Football back in excellent field position. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Chicago. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Gone, 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 gone. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Detroit, Detroit.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Forced out to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
And he's going to go down again. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. From the gun, Jackson. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Point after here coming up. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson being chased out left. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. On second down, Jackson dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Again, it's Barkley. And he's got Rome. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, L.A. Saquon Barkley, 58 yards. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. They'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. Goodwin able to haul it in. A very solid gain of 27.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the...
It wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way. How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He'll drop to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys are able to make things a bit more respectable. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The extra point splits the uprights, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. 91 yards. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
An excellent pickup at 34 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Jackson on second down, staying on his feet, buying time to his left. And that's incomplete.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield. He was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
The Chargers on third down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Jackson being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 50 yards. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on.
Give me the ball. Give me the ball.
Now the try here for the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
Here we go now.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys claw one back. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Lucky 56.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Sims. And Sims lost it. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Detroit! Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Now look at
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Goodwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move left.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to make things a bit more respectable. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Back now in Arlington.
Gun! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Here's a give to Barkley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Four down, check, four down. Shift.
A handoff to Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sims, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
They were stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Over the middle, complete. That's Sims. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
A toss out to Barkley. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson to Barkley on the check down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He'll buy some time right, and he finds Tyler Croft. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, Kamara. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And able to find a little space, he gets this up over the 15 to the 16.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey, 4 down.
Jackson from the shotgun. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. First down, and they'll try to run the option left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
Hurry up, here we go.
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that.
And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick and a big... Turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot! Down to lose one. Gun! Hot! 94 is the mic.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Being chased out left. And going deep for Hill. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
All right, now look at the 56. Lucky 56.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball.